I need to make sure it's set up right in Facebook. One moment. Facebook. You guys can hear me. I know the live is about to start. I want to make sure it's set for Facebook, so just bear with me, you guys. This is not a regular live. Let me see. Give me one moment here to get to the privacy part of it. You know what, you guys? I'm gonna have to set it for public afterwards. It'll just be set for friends, public on. I'm gonna set it to public after we're done because I don't want to mess up our stream. We've already had enough technical difficulties. So right now, I don't know why StreamYard does it, but it's set to just the friends. But we'll, it's on public on YouTube, and it's for the friends now. We got 1,700 friends, so in that 1,700, I'm sure the people that's supposed to see it shall see it, and then we'll put it on public immediately after we are done. So how are you today? I want to welcome the audience to Sister Talk, and I have here with me this beautiful sister named Peace Sunday, and I'm gonna let her tell us a little bit about who she is and what her journey is. I actually met her just recently here on Facebook. Pushing the Nu Soljet community, and she's been on a vibration, and she's ready to even come on and be a panelist. So I give thanks. This is a young lady, the youth, bridging the gap between the young, the middle, and the elders. That's what we have to do that. That's an African thing to do. It's a melanated thing to do, is to bridge the gap, and we've kind of forgotten that. So I want to welcome Peace Sunday to this precious Peace Sunday to the stage, but she prefers to be called Peace Sunday. So how are you?
I'm fine. Diaspora, about you?
Oh, I'm great. I am so great. Wow. Listen at that eloquent accent. So yes, introduce yourself to us. You're from
Okay.
Nigeria, but I didn't know how to pronounce it. I wanted to make sure I was saying everything right. So tell us where you're from.
Oh, I thank you for this opportunity. I'm very, very grateful to be here. The new soldier community is just a great project, and I felt really inspired by you a lot. I go through your page, and just amazing. You always speak in the bars day by day. So I'm
Thank
gonna say,
you.
okay, you're welcome. My biological name is Precious Sunday, but I prefer P Sunday, right? I'm 21 years old, and I am into fashion designing, and this is basically my fourth month as an apprentice. And as I told you earlier on, I graduated from the University of Uyo, Akwa State, Nigeria, and I majored in English education, and that's just for the basic, right? That's just for the basic. And apart from that, I've got hobbies. My hobbies are just researching. I love footballing a lot. Yeah, I love footballing. I love researching. I love singing, and basically public speaking. I love speaking. At least air my views and air my opinions.
So you said
Basically,
you love, what did you say before? What did you say you like bowling? Or what did you say?
footballing.
Footballing. So is that soccer? What we call
What
soccer
do you
here?
say?
In
Yes, so
America we call that soccer.
oh my God. Yeah, that's great.
No, I mean,
That's
is that
great.
you're talking about the soccer, not traditional football that we have in America.
Oh wow. Yeah. I just learned something new. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah.
No, what I'm asking you is that when you say you like football, are you talking about soccer, or do you like?
Yes.
Are you talking about, yeah, like that? And are you a BBO?
What did you say?
Are you a BBO?
Ibibio. Yes, I'm Ibibio. Yes. Yeah,
And
that's
what?
my
So what
tribe.
language do you? What languages do you speak, P?
I speak Ibibio. I speak Pidgin English, which is more like the official official language, not really like official, unofficial language that kind of that it combines like all tribes in Nigeria. Yeah, we speak that particular language to understand ourselves better. So that's more like a corrupt. Yeah, I must say that's more like a corrupt aspect of English. Yeah, pidgin English. Yeah, so I
Hmm.
speak that. I speak pidgin
Girl,
English.
that's
I
not
speak
corrupt. That's
English.
ebonics. That's ebonics. Don't
Yeah,
be don't feel bad about that. That's what we do. Everywhere we
correct.
go, we create ebonics. That's ebony.
Oh,
That's ebony.
so
That's a whole nother language. You know that they people
uh,
try to emulate that. You know they want to talk hip hop and all of that. That's the same thing. You know it was born out of the mixtures of the cultures and people. You know forcing or intertwining their culture with our culture. So that's what it is. You know it's the same way in America. We speak broken French in Louisiana.
oh
You
my
know.
god.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, so it's like that. We speak slang in the hood. We speak slang not even outside the hood. You know, that's the culture, you know. So you don't have that's so you majored in English, English education.
definitely yes.
So
I
tell me
majored in
about
that.
that.
Okay. While growing up, yeah, I had a dream of being a lawyer. Yeah, but I felt like yeah, I really need to major first in English. You feel what I'm saying? There's no need of you going to a local and you cannot express yourself. And so basically, I had to major in English education. That's a kind of way of increasing my horizons, my vocabulary. A new lot of things about English language, basically. And I'm also dreaming and aiming to let's say probably I could have a new degree in law, probably not here in Nigeria, but for the basic, yeah. So my English language is basically like just like children right now, yeah. Most of them they have difficulties, when some teachers not really being what they can be for them, cater for their teaching skills, yeah. And I've gone through the university for like 5 years and I've majored teaching skills. I can teach a lot right from basic, middle age, older age, and people love my pedagogical skills and all of that. So it's just amazing and I
That
just love
is
teaching, yeah.
that is amazing. You're
I,
doing a lot. You know, you got it going on. So so do you do tutorials or do you teach on the side?
Yeah, I think there was a time when I started doing some TikTok tutorials, and people admire the way I speak the British accent when I was basically really into it as at that time. So people said, okay, I would like you to do a lot of bit of tutorials, just do them and just post. We could be learning from you. So I remember that was last year. To be specific, I started making okay the tone position, the mouth position. If you really want to get the British accent, yeah, I started that and people followed me. But I know the lie, I did not really get to do that because I had some things. As at that time, I had a project and two seminars to work on in the university, so that had to slightly right away. So that was just it, basically. That was just it.
So you have a lot going on. You have a lot on your plate. So you say you enjoy cooking. You're in a fashion design. You are English major. You have it going on. You're an advocate now, also for the people. So what do you like to? So what do you like to cook?
Oh my god, I forgot to tell you I love cooking. I love cooking. So basically, in Nigeria, Akwa said to be precise, right? That is where I'm from. We have the native soup, afang soup. We also have okra soup. Yeah, okra soup. Most times you can use fufu, you can use eba, or what we call gari over here. You understand me? So we have white soup over here, and we also have, we all have a range of soups here, and I
Well,
love
I
cooking
can't wait
them.
to
And
taste some of
also,
that.
oh my god, that
So is
would be an
okra soup?
amazing
Is that like what we call
okra.
gumbo? Like what we call gumbo here in America? Is it similar to
Yeah,
gumbo?
I don't really know what a dumbbell is, but it's
Well,
it's like I
gumbo,
don't know. Yeah, I don't
gumbo.
know what a gumbo is.
Okay, so when we
Yeah, I
say
don't know what.
gumbo, it translates to okra stew. Okay, so that's something
Okra.
that we brought from slavery over to the Americas, and we they because the slaves brought over okra. That's an African plant.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Since you said it relates to okra soup, then that it is because this one, while you're putting the eva inside the soup rather, it draws,
Yeah.
it draws sticky, sticky. So
So do you
that's
eat it with you eat it with fufu, or do you guys just eat it like this?
why you do we eat it with fufu, yes, or we eat it with eba, and some people eat with variety of things. I did not mention semovita to you, yeah, yeah. People just eat it, yeah, all the things they eat with, yeah, basically.
Mm, that's delicious. That sounds so good. I hope to one day be able to taste some of that when I get to travel more.
I mean,
Yeah.
you never stop eating it if you try for one day.
So where are you at now? You're not no longer in Nigeria, right? You're abroad.
No, I'm currently in Nigeria,
Okay.
Akwa Ibom State. Yeah, Uyo, Nigeria.
I thought you were in Europe. So I have to make that correction, you guys. If you see on the flyer, I said she's in Europe. So
No, oh, I'm sorry for
no
interrupting.
problem.
My friend
No, no.
messaged me. Oh, thank you, thank you. My friend messaged me, and she was like, "I just saw Europe. Are you currently in Europe, or was it a mistake?" I said, "Oh my God, yes, yes, yes." Oh, okay, that was just an oversight. Okay, I've spoken with her, and she'll try her best and see how it will go. And she said, "Okay, that's fine," because I just wanted to know, would you even travel without telling me? I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." That
Look,
was just
all of that is a part of the Mercury retrograde. That's it's the miscommunication because I just assumed. See, I'm thinking like because you saying that you going to fashions, I'm thinking you done left and went abroad and you speaking British
no,
and or British.
no, 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 no,
That's hilarious.
no,
So, can you tell
no,
us
no.
what would you like to start with? Like, would you like to tell us a little bit how you grew up? Like, how's your life? There in Nigeria. And how do you say
Oh,
the
my
full name
life.
of the location? It's Uyo, and it's another word. I couldn't say all of it.
Okay. Let me just mention my full current location right now. Uyo, Uyo local government area, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, West Africa, Africa, and the world. So that's just that basically. Growing up, yeah, I was born and raised in Oyo local government area, Kwara State, Nigeria, and yes, it's just a normal struggle of a female child. What you will face in everyday life, the patriarchy, the misogyny, a lot of things that I can relate to because I was born and raised in that area.
It looks like we're
All
frozen.
the things
Oh,
that
there you go.
I look
Yeah, you were frozen,
you
but go
know.
ahead. Uh
All right. So, just like constant things, the constant fears of a girl child in a society, it's just normal. I see them as normal to me because there's nothing we can do. Although we always try to put our voices over there, and most times the male pressure will subdue them. But we are hoping one day, and we're optimistic that one day everything will be fine, and what seems to be normal in the African society will no longer be normal. Everybody will have the right, and everybody will have the freedom of expression to be themselves without any fear, without any harassment or any abuse.
so tell me this because it got cut out a little bit because it froze. But what I'm understanding is you said it's very hard for a girl child growing up. Um, in the Nigerian or just in the culture, period. So when a lot of times here in America, a lot of the Black Americans they sensationalize Africa a lot. They get real caught up in I don't know. That guess we gonna come back in kumbaya and it just all this great stuff and the mother earth and motherland. But you're telling me patriarchy, so you know. Is that something that came about through colonialism, or is that just an ancient concept when we speak about matriarchal? Is that more a clan
Okay.
base, or just something that's outdated?
patriarchal, I must say, based on what I've seen so far, I must say that patriarchy, yeah, I feel like it has. Sorry about that. I feel like
No,
it
that
has
makes it all the
existed in the.
better. The motorcycle and everything. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like it's already been there in the African culture, but with all this colonialism and all of that, it really, really evolved the patriarchy to make it a normal. Don't forget, I'm not mention of normal, yeah, normal in quote. So the whole colonialism just made it normal. Men that must be in positions, women must be under them. A woman cannot be higher than a man. Let's say in a family setting, and you get that. So it's basically more like that. So matriarchy, I think there's some instances where matriarchal system exists in this society. Let's say there's some clans in Nigeria of which where a child, once she's born, she or he belongs to the clan of the mother, not of the father. So that's just that. So that's a little bit I know about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's so deep. So are most of the women put under pressure to be married? How do they treat single women? Like a woman that chooses not to be married. How is she treated?
Oh, oh my God. How did I not mention that part? How did I mention that part? Okay, so you could be a single woman, yeah, but they feel like something is empty in you because they feel like even though you are independent financially, economically, or in every other spiritually and all of that, they feel like you must have a man in your life so that you'll be a fulfilled woman in quote. And I feel like it's not necessary. You are a woman. You do not need a man to be complete. You just have to be you. You are a woman. You worked out for yourself. You fought for yourself. You've got what you have, and need to be a man in your life. Need to be a man to complement your success story. So that's just it.
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. Even if you had a man, desire man, we still should be complete within ourselves in coming into a situation with anybody, male or female, right? That way, we're not so we have our own autonomy too. The way our own thinking and things. But I ask that because I go through a lot. I've been married before, many years ago, very short lived. it wasn't a it was short lived. The man, rest in peace, is now passed away. But I feel like it's the men does it's like a they want us to sometimes it's like they don't want to be married, but then you still get the pressure of being single is almost like you're bullied. Even though you try to walk in your own autonomy, sometimes I had a trouble trying to rent a house. When I wanted to get a house here, they asked me, "Where's your husband? You don't have a family. You one woman. Why you need a three-bedroom? Why you need a two? Whatever it is." And I said, "Well, I work out of my house, so I need it for work and business." And sometimes um, I feel almost like they want you to suffer more when you don't have a husband. That's kind of what you were saying about you're incomplete or is this missing thing that's there, but that's a part of that patriarchal. It's been a battle, even fighting for your chastity. People, women have to even fight to have for their body. You know what I'm saying? Because people think they're entitled to just do whatever they want to do to you, but
Mm.
that's too much. When we bring up the panel about how to heal with the relationship between black male and black female, that's one of the
Yeah.
things that need to be up. It's even I know men are hunters,
Mm.
but sometimes the behavior translates as predatorial. And some little girls are not safe, some little boys are not safe, but they have to understand the
Mm.
man got all upset with me. And I'm gonna talk about that on that bill because it was deep.
Yeah,
And he says, well, we can't even be nice to the black women. We don't know what you want. You seem like you are
yeah,
almost like y'all are offended or defensive, but it's the culture that we have to look at of why some people are offensive or defend things that's happened. There's times where a woman will try to maybe more of a in her masculine energy, she may like to play sports and things like that, and there's men that'll bully you for that. You know what I mean? Like so it's something that we have to bring back into balance, and even maybe redefining what our roles are in relationships, when we, and not just in love relationships. Let's make it clear, in relationships with our fathers, our brothers, our cousins, sometime, co-workers. It's always, because what I don't like, I don't mind, listening to us, things that my husband, if I had one, he's bringing to the table. But what I don't like is every man in society thinking they can control every, you got, since you don't want to listen, let me whip you with the Christian stick. Let me whip you with this Bible or this scripture or this Quran or whatever it is to get you in line. I don't care for that. Yeah. But I just wanted to speak on that because I feel that so deeply. But go ahead. You can, if you want to add something to that, it's fine. I can't hear you speaking in the mic.
Can you hear me? Oh my God.
I
Like
can hear you
what?
now. I can hear you. Yeah.
No, I said basically I don't have anything to say like to add to that
Okay.
basically
Well,
because
we can go.
everything you said is just like you reading my mind from one point to another. So I keep on nodding, shaking my
Yeah.
head. So
Okay, we'll clock it. We can move on to some other things. Now, what are some other aspects of your life or family or culture that you could share, that, maybe some of the positive aspects of being in the community that you grew up in?
okay, you saying if I get you right, you saying what are some aspect of the culture that I could change into positive, right?
Or things that's already positive, things that you love about your culture, things you love about how you grew up. Is there certain things that you would say are positives, that, maybe even that other people in the world could benefit from or learn from, or, you know, um, and if not, then you can say that too, like, no.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think if there is anything positive. I'm not saying that everything is negative, basically, but I'm trying to remind my mind. I'm trying to remind my mind right now.
Okay, so we know
I
the
need
food
to
is
think.
good. How was the sisterhood aspect of the culture, like growing up with cousins or friends and things like that, sisters?
Okay, yeah, okay. I should say, oh yeah, you just made me have a raw idea right there. So yeah, growing up with sisters and cousins, it was an amazing experience. I must not lie. It was so amazing, that 40 communion, you know what I'm saying? You have something like a peer where you can share your feelings with, you share all this and that, even though when the elderly one, because there's respect, yeah.
Oh yeah,
So even when the
yeah.
elderly ones, even when the elderly ones, they are having a conversation, we listen, and we're just like, okay, within ourselves, what do you think was the right thing there? And it's very basic for a child to learn from peer pressure rather than learning from elderly ones. Yeah, because while they are with themselves, that's when you hear them saying good things, saying nice things. I don't know. Morals and lessons are always there to learn. So that was one of the basic things I learned. That confiding in peer, confiding in cousins, confiding in sister and my brother. It's just such an amazing thing. Just such an amazing thing growing up.
Mhm. Yeah, that's awesome. So have you ever been to other countries, not countries, but like, have you been to where the Yoruba are, or maybe Igbo, or have you got to travel outside of your area?
Oh, I hear that you mentioned Igbo. That's amazing. Yes, I've got to travel. Yes, I've got to travel. I love the way you said Igbo. Hello,
Igbo,
Kola, can you hear
Hausa,
me? How's
Yoruba,
that? Yeah,
Hausa.
Yoruba. Yoruba, Hausa,
Yeah.
Igbo. Yes, yes, you clocked that. So I must say, yes, I've traveled to Lagos, Nigeria. That is more like that's the Yoruba part in
I
Nigeria.
know
I stayed
Lagos.
there. Really?
Lagos is
You
rough,
know?
girl.
Oh my God. Oh my
Lagos.
God.
Shout out to Lagos, Nigeria.
Shout out to
I have
the
a lot of friends
Odionesa.
there.
Oh my God. I do love that. Yeah.
So
All
do
right.
you have
So
a
okay,
no,
you
go
were
ahead.
saying something.
No, go ahead. I
Okay,
was just speaking. Mhm.
I've been to Lagos, that's Yoruba, and I've also been to Calabar. Calabar is actually close to Akwa Ibom State where I live in and where I reside. So Calabar is an Efik speaking, and I feel like Efik is a little more of a deviation from the Bibio. That's my tribe. So those are the only places I've traveled to basically.
And do you guys have a spiritual system there, like the Igbo and the Yoruba, or are the people mostly Christians and Muslim?
Honestly, I feel like majority. I don't really know basically, but I feel like majority of the Yoruba people are more like sorry traditionalists, spiritualists. I feel so. I have the feeling. I have the feeling, and the same with Igbo. Although they are traditional, I also feel like Igbo. Most of them are traditionalists who mix. I don't. Sorry for using the word mix. I don't know how to put it, but intertwine Igbo and the tradition with Christianity. And I also feel majority of Ibibio persons are Christians. And I'm not gonna lie, majority are Christians. I barely hear an Ibibio person saying, "Oh, I'm a traditionalist." Do you even the do that surreptitiously? I might not be away. Do you get? Yeah. So that's just it, basically.
Let's say I just wonder. It's most of the black people all over the world are Christians, and then some are Muslim. But so I just asked, was it pretty much the same? So where you taking fashion design? What has that journey been like?
I did not mention something from the last question you asked.
Oh, no, no,
How's
go
that?
ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay, I want to say majority of Hausa people are Islam, or I think is it Islam/Muslim, or it
Yeah,
could just be different.
Muslim.
Yes, so
Yeah.
that's what I. So sorry before I interrupted you. You were asking me how is my fashion journey going and how is everything. All right, yeah, it's going fine. It's going well. I'm actually a fast learner. I don't know if you've seen my page on Facebook. I made a top that top I'm wearing. That top I'm
Oh, yeah.
wearing.
Yeah, the one on the flyer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I definitely I made it on my own, like from start to finish. I made it all by myself,
That was
and
awesome.
also the thank you, thank you. And there is another I mean a Bostia. That I just made everything all on my own because I love challenging myself a lot. I just love challenging. I'll watch what my mistress is doing. I pay close attention, and the journey has been an amazing one. I must say, I love adventure. I love learning new things, new opportunities to grow, and attributes of a black woman. And it's been an amazing one. It has never been this better.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you have such a
Thank
good
you.
spirit for all that you have been through. Because I don't know all you've been through, but I can understand. And just being a Capricorn for one, it's a
Uh,
heavy burden. Just the responsibilities that and your sense of duty. But then I also know that you spoke about the community and the patriarchy, and I know how hard, as you're a leader, so that could be hard for a woman that has the leadership mindset and just in your own lane. So um
mhm.
now, what else did I want to ask that before I go into? You know what? I want you to tell me something that you would like us to know about you.
One thing Hello, Kola, are you there, please?
Yes, I'm here.
One thing, one thing is actually my greatest desire. As I mentioned the other day, oh, sorry, as I mentioned earlier on, I have a strong interest and passion for law, and I always aim and shoot everywhere I can just to become a lawyer one day. And I hope that one day I should just actualize that dream of being a lawyer. Yeah, training abroad. Yeah, so that I could stand for the rights of Black women in diaspora and all around the world.
Mm. Okay. So that's the kind of lawyer you want to be. You would be a lawyer that fights for women rights and maybe children, or would it? Yeah, women's
Yeah.
rights. Now, are there
Yeah.
any like I don't want to get you in any trouble, so if it's something that you can't go into, just let me know. But are there any type of cultural taboos still that are, things that, like say it's something that need to be changed or eradicated and you just wish that it would go
Okay.
away?
Basically, patriarchy. I must say, patriarchy is a very massive cankerworm that has been eating deep into the fabric of morals, women's rights, women's freedom, women's choices, women's preferences to do whatever they want to do with their body. Right? Yeah, I'm 21 years old, and normally everybody is expecting me to get married because of patriarchy in the society, but have they asked themselves, is that what I want for myself? Don't I deserve a better career than what I have now? Don't I deserve to build my life besides getting married? And I mean a lot of things. So I think basically patriarchy, toxic masculinity must be eradicated because I feel like those two just go in pari passu, and I feel like it really needs to be eradicated for everything to be perfect. I mean, for everything to be right. That's just that.
So the
Basically,
sister
I have
says toxic masculinity needs to be eradicated. That means out of there, but
I don't know.
yeah. So tell me a little bit of what that looks like though. You said they so like when men walk around or just in the community, is it a lot of military people too, like military men, or is it just the religion that's more where it's found the patriarchy, or just in everything?
Oh, you mean military? I no
There's no strong
military.
military holds there. So this is just based
No,
on the clan or the tribe.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes. No military. Be free, yeah. Be free. No
That's because
military.
y'all free, y'all free, and except for the man aspect of it. But yeah, I understand. I understand. How's the work area working out there? Is it hard to find work?
Fighting the walkers are here. I mean, Nigeria is popular here in a way, massive, more like giant of Africa. Yeah. So finding work here is very, very hard, very, very hard. And I must say that before you go find work here is based on connection. Someone, for example, I know that this place there is work. Then if I have someone, I'll put the person in. Despite the fact that I'll see millions of people run past the street, I will not mind keeping the opportunity for years just for one person. So that's just that. It's basically on connection. So works are hard to find, and that's it.
So, and I hear you saying that you want to study law, and I think that's awesome. That was my first love. I thought, much as I seen the judge show, I wanted to be a judge, but either look
Okay.
that or a hip hopper, but so, but where would you like to go if you could leave Nigeria? What part of the world would you like to go to study law?
What what part of the world? I would say Europe, and that would be London, Birmingham, anyone. But I don't know, because I think I like you. I like a vibe, I like your energy. If it's possible, I could go to USA because of you. So that's just that.
Well, thank you. Yeah. America is, yeah, it's something. I know we have a lot of
Yeah.
political stuff going on right now out here, but it's still you have a lot of autonomy, but it's still, the thing is at the end of the day, we really need a eradication and a mass healing of the matriarchy on a global level, because it's, at the end of the day, it's in the fibers of everything. They have a lot of men they'll put on in society, especially white men, and pretend that they're really liberal and about the rights and things because it's politically correct to look at such. But at the end of the day, sometimes you feel defeated. I'm not gonna lie to you. You be like, I just gotta have a husband now because they try to, it's like you almost pushed into a wall, like, damn, everything is closed. It's you got to be tough. It's not for the weak, and I know a Capricorn is tough, but sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I don't know. you know it's because even now, I never created this space to step on men or to challenge men, but I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
things and issues that needed to be, certain things that I felt we needed to bring into the community, and I wasn't seeing it on either side. So I felt like it's not enough of it, even though there's people out there doing the work. But there's things that wasn't being addressed. So I just felt like, somebody got to do it. So
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to take over, but to inspire other people to um really take a look at what's going on. You know, women have a lot to give. So
Just like you always inspire me. I mean, I must say you were the first woman I've seen doing this new soldier project, and I felt in a way you were trying to make this renaissance come into the black community, especially within the black women, and I really love that. And I must say, I must commend that. I must commend that. It's very amazing. You're the first black woman I've seen doing this,
thank you.
and I have thought that everything will go on well. The space you're trying to create, the vision, the aim. I might not know basically what everything that's on your mind for this project is, like the visions, the aims, and everything. But I have faith in you, and I
Thank
hold
you.
up the stars for you. I
Thank you.
stand, I will stand and overstand you, Queen.
Ashe. Thank you. I have another Capricorn friend in my
Wow.
network, and she's
Wow.
very a very powerful woman, and she just recently made an alliance. Her company, she worked in the medical industry, but she went to Africa and she was inspired. She had breast cancer, and she's a overcomer, a survivor. She beat breast cancer twice. So she's able now. She's went to Africa, and it was just an experience that blew her mind. She went to Kenya. So we're supposed to be going to Kenya because I'm on her board. And she dance, and then there's also basketball. So she's creating this alliance with the diaspora to bring the best of the best to America to compete in dance or sports. So, you never know. One day, you may be able to come together with us. And then the Nu Soljet community is a community. I've been doing this for a while. The online thing is one thing, but then there's real life, and well, this is all real life. This is all real life, but there's in real time, and there's also the internet. And so, I do like retreats and different things like that. So of course I'll be looking to partner with other people and things like that. For those that want to learn about the Sojet, the way we do things, which is based on a lot of the ancient um traditions that worked for me, because I studied a lot of different things. And so also things that comes to me through God, that see the spirit, dwells within. And we have these dreams and different things our ancestors gave to us. So I do have a program, and that program is for people to learn. The young ladies are women. Most women, they kind of set in their ways, but it's to learn, if they really want to learn how to work with energy, how to walk on this path of priestesshood, to help heal and raise the frequency on the planet. It doesn't take away from anything else they do, but we're all soul jets. Everybody's soul jet,
Yeah.
and we're elevating. We are evolving our soul and our spirit, and we need to reawaken that GPS, not just as women, but the men too. People forgot. They're not connected to the heart anymore. And they say that Africa, I know they got some that watch, they don't agree with that. They say that we are in Africa over here, and blacks never was on ships. They really say that, and like I said, I don't know because I don't have enough information. But they're saying that it never happened before, and I just feel like a lot of that stuff is just things to keep us separated. But I know that the cradle of society and the heartbeat of the earth is in Africa. So we have to get back to the heart and soul of things. Can you hear me, P? I think it froze a little bit. There you go. Well, it's coming back in now. Yeah, that Mercury retrograde is trying to it's interrupting. So I'm not sure if we lost P or not. We may have, but I want to finish what I was saying on that. When it comes down to my Moorish brothers and sisters, and those that are telling, saying that we are the indigenous people here. Those things I don't.
Oh,
I've been wanting to get
sorry
deeper
about that
into.
glitch.
No problem. Just to make a comparison, I'm just talking to the audience, just if someone's watching, to make a educational decision. But I still don't have enough information to go with slavery never happened or we never was on ships. I don't have enough information because everything that is brought to me, it doesn't go back beyond the 1700s. And we know that the African slave trade or the transatlantic slave trade went way beyond before that, according to document. So until I'm given sufficient evidence that this never had slavery, we were never brought from Africa, it's hard for me to digest that. And regardless, the heart and soul of all of it, I can see the light just shining off your face. It just it's a beautiful thing, and that's what we're here to do, to be lights upon the planet. People get so caught up in the politics, they miss the power
Oh,
in it, because all of those politics, this is one of the reasons why I feel that the slave trade happened to begin with, spiritually, because sometimes being in clans, it divides us. It divides us to a point where we can't see any further than that. So we allow people to infiltrate and come into our continent where we should have had a united front, and put people in check. Use the patriarchy for that. You get me? Don't use it to oppress your own. You use it to protect the outsiders from coming in and invading. Because if we were on cue with each other, there's no way they could have come in and invade. You got to invite the devil in order for the devil to come in. So what you think of that? Speaking to your mic, babe.
okay, can you hear me now? Hello, sorry about that. Okay, so I kind of gathered a lot of information concerning the entire transatlantic slave trade and all of that, how we were sold into slavery, and we could not oppose in the aspect of weaponry. We did not have anything to fight, like our own technologies at that time, to fight against external forces from the white supremacists and all of that. So it was basically hard for us. And I don't know if you've watched Kendrick Lamar's halftime Super Bowl. You
He's my
watched
favorite
that, right?
MC right now. My favorite rappers is
Yeah,
Nas and Lauryn Hill and Tupac. But in this generation, it's Kendrick Lamar. Yeah.
no, yeah, basically, I don't know if you really paid attention to this particular detail. The entire crew of the dancers, they were all black. And that choreography, the dance there, you had a lot, all of them, they were wearing red, some were wearing white, some were wearing blue. And I suppose that should be the colors of the American, of the US of flag, right? Yeah, yeah. So you said you're entirely black. That means that it represents and also symbolizes that USA, I must say, was built and raised on the shoulders, the sweat of the black man.
Yeah, they trying to block the message, but it's gonna come back through. You got you frozen. But what she's saying is that the red, white, and blue represents the way America rose on the shoulders of the blood, sweat, and tears of the black man, is what she was going into before it froze. Yeah, this is deep. But like I said, I'm not totally against what people feel and think when it comes, and I'm just speaking on this until P comes back in on us being indigenous, because it's no doubt, I'm definitely, we definitely have indigenous blood. I'm my family's from Louisiana. We know, we can be traced back to our grandmothers and things like that. But from what I was told, it was more from intermixing during slavery. So like I said, I don't know, because that's not what I was taught, and I just don't have enough information on it. We just know what we were told as far as um, the traditional story, which is us descending from the Ivory Coast and Nigeria and different parts of West Africa and other parts of Africa as well. Now, I do believe this, that some of the Native Americans, this is where you'll see some of the different looks in the Nigerians. Some of them were actually bringing Native American people to the continent. So they were mixing people up, and that was to take their land. So I definitely believe that. And then you'll be like, well, why they look like this and why that's like that? Because they was cutting up. They was in the mix over there. As a matter of fact, shit, they got a lot of light skinned Yorubas, a whole bunch. A lot of albinos. And those and albinos deal with the end of a bloodline. It marks the ending of a clan or
Yeah.
bloodline, and that's why the white is there, because all colors come from the mother. Everything, we produce everything. So P is
Yeah.
back with us now, you guys.
Well, I'm so sorry. I went off owing to certain network issues. Sorry about that. I'm very sorry once
So you
again.
were speaking to the red, the white, and the blue, and how that represent the blood, sweat, and tears of our people. And you were speaking to that.
Yes, I was. Thank you once again for the opportunity. Yes, I was speaking about that because I literally went through a lot of I don't know. I'm a free thinker. Yeah, I thought a lot, and I also saw clues where it meant that Africa, without the African continent, most part of, let's say, US, I wouldn't have been developed because you see there were slaves. They got a lot of our mineral resources to build the industries, to build everything. And I mean, the one man had a future, they had a vision, and that's why they traveled all the way from the continent down to Africa to transport slaves and mineral resources, and also go as far as oppressing, maltreating us, coming up with the idea of white and black. Anything that is white, like this color here, is clean, it's cool, right? Now, and they had to attribute that to their skin color. But anything that's black, like this block here, if you see it, it belongs to the African culture, and it's very dirty. It is very, very brutal. It is very, very barbaric. It is very, very animalistic. It's very, very rude, and I mean, a lot. It's really
Yeah.
been a lot for. Very
Yeah,
been a
hard.
lot.
I guess we are dirty since we the color of the dirt, huh? So I guess that make us dirty since we brown.
Woo!
We come
Yeah,
from the soil,
definitely.
So I guess to them the
The
soil is
brown
dirty, huh?
soil. I'm in the
Hey,
brown soil.
like what happens when you stick seeds in soil? We grow. So yeah,
Like the
that's
brown
deep.
soil.
That's deep, that's really deep. And so like I said, I'm not discounting the Aboriginal people here, because I know I do also have Cherokee, and we have different Indian, or what they call Indian, but it's rap Aboriginal people. But that all came from mixing, is from what I'm understanding. And like I said, so if anyone out there that's watching or will watch that is Moorish, or under like maybe what Dr. York taught, and or you just have the knowledge of you know um, that the geographical locations are wrong, or that we were here first, and I mean, I get the part of we being here, because this was, I believe in Pangea, so I believe that this was a black planet. But what I'm saying is that if there's proof that the African slave trade never happened, I would like to see the proof beyond the 1700s. So whoever's watching, if you have information, Anyway, I'm gonna get off of that. So, Miss P, let me see if there's anything else that. Oh man. So yeah, you're gonna be coming onto the panel. I want to welcome you to the new Soul Jet community. Okay. They were telling me in Africa, hey,
Thank
we
you.
need some Soul Jet healing. We need trap magic here too. I was cracking up. The ones in Nigeria, the ones in the
Thank
Yoruba
you.
people were
Thank
saying that to
you.
me. Some of my friends, we need some trap magic here. I said, well, we can do it on the virtual level, but one day, you never know because yeah. This is something what I love about the internet is like we have an opportunity to connect in ways and exchange information like never before, and they can't take that from us. You know, even if they stop the internet.
After the right,
So so it's frozen, but it'll come through. And just Mercury retrograde, you guys. It's been really retrograding. Yeah, it's a trip though. I think that is something is really something special about this awakening that we're going through. And I'm so happy to have P here with us today. Like I said, the voice of the youth, uh, the voice of a female, because it's hard to get female support. You talk about the females. See, all females don't support each other though. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen, especially here in America with the black female. The way like a lot of my African friends work, the women here are not like that. You know, the way they work with the children, they work with the food. They, you know, we I've seen where a woman can have menstrual cramps and her sisters will come and aid her and literally wait on her to let her get that rest and that break. That is like comical here. That's not even, they don't like each other. It's like a lot of women pretend because they want you to fall in a pecking order. Instead of us all having strengths to bring, they want one strength and everybody else is just like pick me's and follow me's and stuff. You know, they don't know how to handle the strength. See, I deal with strong women. Them weak ones can't be with me. You gotta be a strong woman to walk with a soul jet. Because the whole thing is we all powerful. I don't want a tribe of weak women. I don't want a tribe of
definitely.
women that can't stand in power and in their security. We all have something to give. Just like we did on the playground. All the girls had something to give. You shake this way, I do it that way. Check this dance move out. Check out this. Look at what I can
Thank
do.
you.
And we would teach the other one how to do it, not hate on each other. You know, they have to get back to having that heart of a child. That's what
Definitely.
will heal this planet. You know, we have to get back to the innocence of just being in the space of love. You know, and I know the men gonna be men, but on that note, we have to get back to that part of being women. You know, because love begins with mother. Love begins with female. You know, so anything else you'd like to say, add? You know, I was just thanking you for coming and being a part of the new Soul Jet community. You know, and like I said, you never know. You could be the voice of you said you wanted to speak on some things on the platform, so I give thanks. I welcome you as a she's gonna be a recurring panelist, you guys. So y'all get used to seeing Miss P Sunday. The big P, not the little P, okay? Pressure. She not pressure, she precious.
Thank you.
Precious
I
Sunday.
really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to add or say?
Um, Okay, I really want to say that black women, it's time for us to rise. In this case, it's no longer men supporting men; it's black women supporting black women. A black woman owns a business, support her. A black woman has menstrual cramps, go to her head. A black woman is facing challenges in marriage and any other spheres. Try to tip in your advice, try to be there for her despite the differences you probably might have with her time past or in the current future. So black women, it's time for us to rise, it's time for us to be ourselves, it's time for us to be a voice. It's time for us to speak up against all voices. We rise and we also born into. So it's time for us to also know that we are humans. We should not let anything deter us. We should not let anything bring us down. Because the more we bring down ourselves, as the more we will be surprised, oppressed, and shaken wherever we want to be shaken to. So we have voices, just like I do, and Jared Kola, you do, and I believe every other person does. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
for sure, for sure. And also, how important is it calling out people on their shit? When in a community, in a tribe, in a clan, when you see people with ugly ways or being jealous or being selfish or not pulling their weight, how important is calling that out?
Okay, sorry. What did you say? I did not really get that point. Like the
How
question point.
important
The
when
question.
you see someone acting out of morals, they call in Yoruba iwapwele, acting out of character. You see, so when you see a person being jealous, it may be your sister, it may be your cousin, it may be a friend or someone, but we call ourselves community. We call ourselves a clan. I said, how important is it to call out an ugly behavior? That's what I'll call it. How important is that? Even when we see it in little girls, you know?
It is very, very important. Thank you for that question. It is very, very important to pull out any spake. It doesn't matter how small the ugly behavior, because just like they will always say, it's from sleep you learn how to die. So it's a
What?
popular
Say that again. I like that.
it's from
Sleep is the
sleep.
cousin of death.
Yeah, it's from sleep you learn how to die. Let me say it in the Bible. Ese toke ida ekpe mpa. So that's
That's
sorry about
beautiful.
that.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
So yeah, because
yeah,
it,
thank
it
you.
take a great deal of surrender to die. I mean to sleep. You know.
Yeah. So from that sleep that you learn how to die, you know what death looks like from sleep. So any ugly behavior, I don't think it should be tolerated at all, because it's from little things matter. I feel a lot of things really really matter a lot, because if you tolerate a little thing, it's just like you pouring a little fuel on something. It's tolerable. But with time, if you keep on pouring more fuel, it can cause more hazard to the community. So I think it should always be called out. And if there is any disciplinary actions or measures that could be meted out to that person, it could be, it should be, and it must be implemented, so that every right thing must come back to the Black community and also the African society at large. Thank you.
Mm. Yeah, I like what you said. Every little matter, even in relationships, in marriages, in friendships, the little things is what will destroy you. It's so much of the little things adding up, it becomes a poison. How you said it becomes later, it bleeds out into the larger community. Now it's a problem that you could have stopped. Because, see, that's what I had to deal with. And CPTSD was setting boundaries with people I love. Because then by the time you get so angry and then you blow up at the people, they're like, well, what happened? Why, what's going on? But if you check it then, is what I learned. You have to check them right then and get it at the root so it won't be a bigger problem later. Plus, it opens that space of love and communication. I thank you for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. I appreciate you and your time. I know you're very busy. Oh God, and now look, I'm not gonna take everything from you today because you're gonna be on a panel, and some of these things could be similar things that come up again. And how
Yeah,
do you feel about the
definitely.
environment? That's my last one. The environment. What is your take on environmentalism and just the water and earth and the grass and the trees, and how do you feel about nature?
I feel about nature. Nature. I love nature a lot. Yeah. So I always have this connection to nature. You might mention of water. Yeah. Most times, while I wake up in the morning, I believe the water is one of the elemental element elemental element of the universe and spirituality. So I'll wash my face. I'll be speaking positive. um Today is a brand new day. Bless my day, bless my day. I wash away every bad past, every bad thing I must have done in the past. Let this water flush them away. I believe that with this water, water brings life, water brings hope. And water brings a lot of things. Like, imagine a whole year without rain pouring on the ground. It's totally gonna be barren for us. So imagine water falling, and it brings hope. It
In
resuscitates
life,
hope, life, and everything. So that's just that, basically.
you
Even
know,
while I'm walking, I'm
that's
sorry. I'm
amazing. No,
very
I
sorry.
love that. No, I love what you're saying. Go ahead.
Okay, even while I'm walking on the ground, the sun, I'm marching it. I'm marching it. I'm not just marching it as a normal human being, right? I'm marching it as a strong, optimistic, brave, temerious, and an amazing black woman. I'll be marching it with every step is like peace Sunday. You're an amazing person. Keep pushing. Never let anything deter you. Keep going. You will make it. You a powerful person. You'll be a voice one day. I'm saying all of these while I'm walking on the ground, and
I
that
love it.
meditation there, and that meditation keeps me going, even when I feel all down to earth, and I'll be like, no, you should not let this happen to you. Keep moving, just march the ground, keep going wherever you're going, focus, and that's where my inspiration comes from, and I keep moving,
Wow. Wow.
keep
That's
moving.
that's amazing because that's things that I teach some and some people still we're trying, grasping it. And I'm speaking to metaphysics that when we just,
Yeah,
regular spirituality, speaking thing, even the
yeah,
Bible speaks on it, speaking it into existence, speaking it when it's not even there to create this mindset. When you
definitely.
say you put the
Okay.
water on your face, bless your head in the morning. And see, people wonder sometimes like what kind of things I do. They probably think I'm,
Mm,
cooking up cats or got chicken feet and hanging all over the place. Let me, you know what the most powerful thing I use for my power and my gifts of healing is
I thought
water,
it's
word, and
water.
love. Water,
Oh,
word,
yeah.
and love. And if
Water,
it's
word,
some
and
negative
love.
things, it's still the word. It's still the water to even deal with that. So we do have and I want you just to think about this. You don't have to answer today, but on the panel when we deal with spirituality, the black box question is, what if God was water? So I just want you to meditate on that. What if God
Girl,
was water? Yeah.
go with weather.
Yeah.
Go with
So the
weather.
first panel will be next week on the 27th. And the
Oh,
question is, can spirituality and religion coexist in a black community? I guess another way of saying that is, can matriarchy and patriarchy coexist in a black community? Since religion is more patriarchal inspired and religion is more matriarchal inspired. So that'll be an interesting conversation because I'm gonna have religion
yeah,
people, religious, Muslim and Christian and Kemetic people and Nuwapians, perhaps. I don't know. We deal with a lot of Hebrews. We deal with a lot of different people in the community. If they're not on the panel, they'll be watching. So this is time if we really want the unity we talk about to have these discussions. It's time. So I'm not gonna
that's
hold you up
definitely.
anymore either. You go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and respond.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for interrupting. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak. Yeah, I must say I love those topics a lot. Like those topics are amazing. I mean, like you mentioned matriarchy and patriarchy, and I was like, "Whoa, this is cool." You mentioned religion and
Versus
religion and
spirituality.
spirituality.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's another cool one. So I love all of them. I am looking forward to being part of the panel anytime you want me. I'm always
Welcome to
here.
the
And
Nu Soljet Healing Community, aka Conscious OutKast Gang Gang. Okay, Peace Sunday
thank
Soljet.
you.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Queen. Yeah. So,
Thank
you
you.
guys, once again, this is Peace Sunday, uh, live from Africa, live from Nigeria, the motherland. You guys show love,
More
and yeah, stay tuned. So, any closing lines? Anything else you want to just close on before we end?
okay. Any lines, like lines, any
Well, just anything you
words?
want to say. Yeah, if you want to say peace, shout out to all my homies. I don't know, whatever you want to say.
Oh, shout out to the Nu Soljet project. Shout out to the black women out there. Shout out to the African community. Shout out to positive and affirmative women out there. I love y'all. Shout out
Love
to
you
you,
too.
Kola.
I love you too, Peace Sunday. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. The youth. I'm so touched. I'm gonna have some more coming on too. So, because I have a couple youth that'll be on the panel. Shout out to Kesey.
Oh,
Ashe, yeah,
God.
he's a young man.
Yeah.
He's really powerful, and and believe it or not, some of these men they get the matriarchy. They just can't. They just was born in the patriarchy, so they speak for the women. They have some. We just Anyway, love and light. And I'm going to go ahead and close out with the video ride. And I want to just thank Peace Sunday, and she'll be back again. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. And to the Nu Soljet community and also my audience, thank you guys for your time and energy. And I will be back soon. Metaphysical Monday. Peace. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play the video. And you guys have a great, great Thursday night.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You can step down whenever you're ready, or you can wait until after the video, but you can, it's up to you. Okay, we're about to add our clips in now. Give me one moment. One moment. Where am I at here? Here we go.
So we'll go to this video and we'll be right back, and we'll dive into men's mental health. We here, we celebrating. It's the Metaversity, Metaphysical Mondays 1 year anniversary. So we'll be right back.
Organically, I melanate. Pineal on activate. The light we permeate. And the gods we emulate. Black boys, they exterminate. Scream, no shoot, but the bullets resonate. Cops be trigger happy, pushing round weight. G's become kings, now checkmate. They try to keep us down, keep us in a dead state. Resilience is the only trait that help us elevate. No church, no school, didn't really educate me in this metaphysical reality I vibrate. Been invisible for a while, but still thrice great. Still hunting them dead presidents, Lorenz Tate. Won't hesitate if I'm popping that thing, I aim straight. No, I'm not a killer, but I will pop Kate. Full penetration when my rounds rotate. From Bruce to Kate, my 38 mutilate. The things I demonstrate may cause devastate. So I'm giving you milk, you're not ready for the steak. Yes, I'm still fresh, no expiration date. Shape shifting and folded my body to a figure eight. Then I gotta go purge all the drama that I ate. Biologically a woman with power to recreate, cause Kola back bend don't break. I learned from all my mistakes. Levitating when I step over snakes. Don't fool with a cop or a snitch or a Jake. I'm awake, don't need you to give me a fate. Gods and goddesses coming out stargates. We build pyramids, the God mind state. You crawling out the cave like Johnny come late. Pimping the people telling them it's the prime rate. But you're not up in my class, but I find your primate. As the earth rotate, I'm bringing the earthquake. We running this shit, bruh. Planet of the apes. Apes. It's time to ride.
What time it is?
It's nation time. Red, black, and green is the flag I fly. With my ankh in my hand, put it up in the sky and just ride. It's time to ride.
What time it is?
It's nation time. Red, black, and green is the flag I fly. With my ankh in my hand, put it up in the sky and just ride. In this galactical ghetto, you can make it or you can flop. Conform to the system of getting the street and bop. You can be criminal, spiritual, you can make it pop. But the thing you can't change, you can't make the game stop. Take the whole world apart and they call it a chop shop. The clock is ticking every minute, the body drop. Throw your unks up, don't wanna see you stretched out in the cot. Your body laying dead in the street, in the Glock. On red, black, and green, America's about to rot. The world is burning up like we're smoking a bowl of pot. We moving through the playgrounds, recruiting the tots. Pouring libations while we out in the trap spot. My feet on fire and water, the block is getting hot. We moving against the grain, we Jimmy and Janice Job. We elevating neighborhoods, don't think that we not. We got the gods on the team, we repping the black dot. My yacht bringing order like a triple bean got. The real trap queen, not talking no fatty wop. Banging out for justice like a killer bang shots. Never see it coming like a shady death plot. Spirits at war, holy water and peace not. We be niggas on the bottom, but we gods on the top. We battle around the clock like we playing Xbox. Omo goon, you can take it to black ops. You can take it to the stars, our priests of hip hop. You can take it to the ocean, rolling dice on the yacht. My pioneer's glowing, I'm lit up like a Vegas light. I got the African powers. You know what I'm talking about? It's time to ride.
What time it is?
It's nation time. Red, black, and green is the flag I fly. With my ankh in my hand, put it up in the sky and just ride. It's time to ride.
What time it is?
It's nation time. Red, black, and green is the flag I fly. With my ankh in my hand, put it up in the sky and just ride. about food.